Welcome back to the mat. I'm Jake, and this is Jenny over here. Jenny is going to be walking us through the modifications throughout the practice today. So if any time you need to modify, look towards her. Today's focus is going to be all about the core. So when I'm talking about the core, I'm not just talking about the abs and the obliques and the rectus spinae. I'm talking about all the stability muscles all around the entire core of the body. We're going to be engaging those a lot throughout the entire practice, coming into balance poses, coming into poses that just specifically target the abs, and working a lot of stability here. So let's get started. Coming into a cross-leg position, just sitting up tall. So legs are crossed, chest is elevated, shoulders are pulling down the back and relaxing down the back at the same time. Close the eyes down and just start to deepen the breath. Again, I want you to feel comfortable here, so if this feels a bit uncomfortable, you can always be sitting on a block or propping yourself up some way, sitting on maybe even a blanket if that feels more comfortable. But either way, just finding a way to be sitting up tall for you and keeping the eyes closed. And you start to bring that awareness, that focus, that attention within, letting go of your day, letting go of your evening, letting go of your week, letting go of your week to be. It's going to be more present and more focused on what's happening right now. Now bring your attention and your focus into your breath. And start to allow your inhales and your exhales to become a bit longer. Just really feeling that breath move through the body and feeling the body move with the breath. Noticing how things change as you breathe. As you increase the length of the inhale, can you feel how it naturally just kind of expands the body? It makes it easier for you to sit up taller. As you extend the length of the exhale, notice how it creates a little bit of a relaxation or calmness. Really feel that. And then notice that calmness that in some way has now taken over the body. And can you keep that with you as we begin to move? Blink the eyes back open. And inhale, raise the arms to the sky. As the arms are lifted and create more length, find more space, create more extension, another big inhale. As you exhale, just the right hand goes back behind you. Inhale, raise higher with the left. And as you exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh for the twist. Actually using that left hand as a little bit of a leverage, pressing it against the outer right thigh to create a deeper twist, gazing over your right shoulder. And again, what happens as you breathe? Feel the length, the extension that happens throughout the spine as you inhale. Feel the twist go deeper as you exhale. And inhale back to center, raise the arms up. As you exhale, left hand goes behind you. Inhale, raise the right arm higher towards the sky. And exhale, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. You're gazing back behind you, looking over your left shoulder. Again, each inhale we lengthen. Each exhale we twist a little bit deeper. Taking the time to really feel how the body stretches. Inhale, raise the arms back up to the sky. As you exhale, let's take a lean over the right. So just let the right arm come out to the right as the left arm reaches up and over. Put a slight bend in the right elbow, letting the right shoulder relax down the back. Left arm keeps reaching up and over. So you should feel this length, this extension, this stretch happening throughout the entire left side of the upper body. Actively keep reaching the left fingertips over towards the right as the left ribs actually pull towards the left. You would inhale back to center, both arms up, look up. As you exhale, take that lean over to the left, let the left hand lower down to the side. Relax the elbow and the shoulder. Keep reaching the right arm up and over. And now as you're here, again, you're finding this effect as if the right ribs are still pulling towards the right of the room, but the right hand is pulling towards the left of the room. Again, deepen the breath and feel how it helps create a deeper stretch throughout the entire right side of the upper body. Inhale back to center, raise both arms up. As you exhale, just go ahead and release the hands down. You're going to bring the hands back behind you, palms face down, fingers point forward. Here, let's bring our feet flat to the floor. And shoulders roll back, chest puffs up. Press through at the feet, begin to raise the hips up. Let the head relax back. Okay, so as we're in this tabletop position, you're getting a little bit of a stretch throughout the belly if you're able to raise the hips up high enough, but also finding quite a deep stretch throughout the biceps, the chest, and the forearms. Good, now take your gaze forward. Our first challenge with our abs, we're gonna start to pull the butt back. As the butt pulls back, can you keep it lifted? Trying to keep the butt off of the floor. Either staying here, maybe lifting one foot, maybe lifting both feet. Good, feet come back down to the floor, butt lifts back up, shoulders roll back. And you wanna make sure your hands are spread out basically as wide as the mat. That way you have some room to get the tush back behind you. Good, let's do that again, look back forward. Butt starts to pull back, so you're noticing my legs are straightening, staying on my heels. Butt's up towards the sky a little bit, maybe one foot, maybe both feet lift off the floor. Good, release the feet back down, raise the hips back up, shoulders back, chest lifts. I want you to go ahead and look back forward. Take your feet, spread them out as wide as the mat, slightly angle the toes open, even let the knees open out to the side a bit. Good, now start to walk the hands forward towards the heels. Prop yourself up to your fingertips so you got more weight towards the feet. And then one hand comes forward, and then other hand comes forward to find that support. Triceps press into the inner thighs, coming into Malasana. Hands stay centered to the heart. Again, with this one, if it's a bit challenging to keep your heels on the floor, try spreading the feet out a little bit wider. Right tricep stays connected to the inner right thigh, raise the left arm to the sky. So finding a bit of a twist here. If you need a bit of more support here within this pose, you can always release the right fingertips to the floor, but try to keep those off the ground here if you can, finding a bit of a stability here in the abs to keep you lifted. Your left hand comes back to heart center, left tricep presses into inner left thigh. Inhale, raise the right arm to the sky. Chest spins open towards the right. Left tricep keeps pressing into the inner left thigh. Good, right hand back to heart center. Chest elevates, heart opens. Another big inhale. As you exhale, release the fingertips to the floor and slowly straighten out the legs. Pivot the feet to face forward and let the upper body fold forward in towards the legs. Feel the entire back body lengthen here. Crown of the head points down towards the floor. Sit bones keep trying to lift up towards the sky. Weight is adjusted more towards the balls of the feet. If you need to modify this pose at all, you can always keep a little bend in the knees. Yeah, it helps relieve maybe some tension that you may be experiencing in the lower back if that is the case. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Stand tall as you reach high. Exhale, bend the elbows, arch back. Let's pause here for a few breaths. Find that slight tiny tuck in the tailbone and try to focus on pulling the chest up towards the sky. Get deep in the breath, breathing all the way up into the chest and really trying to find this focus like you're trying to pull your chest all the way up towards the ceiling. Good, next inhale, you take, stand tall, reach the arms up. As you exhale, start to fold forward, chest lowers down towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen, find a flat back, so just halfway rise. Exhale, plant the palms, slowly step back to plank pose. Pausing here in plank, arms straight, elbows and shoulders are over the wrist, legs are active, belly's engaged. Good, keep pressing through with the hands. You should notice already we have a bit of core stability that's already happening here. I'm going to give you 3 options with our Chaturanga today. We're going to work through these together. First, we're going to start with the modifications. First modification is going to be the easiest one. You're going to release the knees down to the floor and then bend the elbows, lowering chest and chin towards the ground. Good, now straighten out the arms. Come off the knees. So that's modification option number 1. Modification option number 2. Release the knees down to the floor. Bend the elbows, lowering down just halfway. Modified Chaturanga takes a little bit more strength. Straighten out the arms and come off the knees. Good, your next option here with your Chaturanga is just a regular Chaturanga without using the knees. Bend the elbows, lower Chaturanga. Good, straighten out the arms. Now we're gonna pick one of those 3 to play with. So again, you have 3 options here. Maybe knees, chest, chin. Maybe just knees. Maybe knees off the floor. Good, so from plank pose, inhale here together. As you exhale, lower, Chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale right back to plank. And then let's press back downward, facing dog. Good, from downward dog, keep pressing through with the hands. Keep the sit bones lifted towards the sky as the belly pulls in. Hips keep lifting high, heels start to lower towards the floor. You should feel a stretch throughout the entire back body. And connecting, moving with the breath as you inhale, shift forward to plank pose. This time we're gonna take our Chaturanga all the way to the floor. So pick the Chaturanga that works for you. Bend the elbows and slowly lower all the way down. Once you're all the way down, release the tuck of the toes. Baby Cobra, chest elevates, shoulders roll back. Good, pausing here. And trying to lift the chest a little bit higher. Okay, this time we're gonna float the hands off the floor. Again, so one of our focuses here behind our core stability, or this work with our core today, is gonna be your erector spinae, that's your lower back muscle. So let's fire that up a little bit. We're gonna do a few little pulsing movements here. So we're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep that going. Just lifting the chest up, still keeping the feet on the floor. As we start to find some reps here with this exercise, we start to find a little bit more engagement here of the lower back. 2 more here. The last one, to hold it up. Good, from here, release the hands down to the floor, making sure the wrists are underneath the elbows. Elbows stay tight to the side, either pausing here in Baby Cobra or fully extending the arms out completely for upward facing dog. In upward dog, you're gonna notice my biceps are pointing forward. My shoulders are rolling back. My heart is pulling towards the front of the room. Another inhale. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Good, now we're gonna move through a Vinyasa. We're taking 3 poses, we're bringing them all together. Movement with the breath. As you inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Good, as you exhale, lower down halfway, Chaturanga, modifying as needed. Inhale, up dog or Baby Cobra for the modify. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, from downward dog, can you find more length, more extension? Can you create more space? Relax the head. And deepen the breath. We're gonna come right into our Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Okay, so in this, with the sun salutations, it's an honoring. It's as if we're giving a dedication or a thank you to the sun, which in fully is just a gratitude towards life. Inhale, raise the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump, feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, create a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, raise the arms to the sky, stand tall as you reach high. Exhale, bend the elbows, start to arch back. So we're putting in that back bend, a little stretch of the belly as well. Inhale, raise the arms high. Exhale, fold forward, chest towards thighs. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, choose to step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or Baby Cobra. Exhale as you press back, downward facing dog. We'll pause here on this first one. Again, find more length, more extension. Can you find more space? Let the head be heavy. And let's just do one more round through our Surya A. Inhale, raise the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump. Feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, start to arch back, heart opens. Inhale, raise the arms, reach high. Exhale, fold forward, chest lowers towards the thighs. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, choose to step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, heart pulls forward. Exhale, down dog to press back. Again, pausing here in your dog. Head is relaxed, breath deepens. Finding that stretch throughout the entire back body. Feet are about hip width apart. If you look back, you shouldn't be able to see your heels because they're hiding behind the feet. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Let's add on. Exhale, steps the right foot forward. Gently land it next to the right thumb. Good, back leg stays straight. Inhale, raise the arms up for Crescent Pose. Yeah, so one thing you want to check in with the feet here. I want you to make sure your feet are about hip width apart. If you feel like you need a little bit more support, you can always have the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Maintaining a big bend in the front knee, keeping the back leg straight, keeping the torso positioned right over the hips. And we're gonna work on a bit of balance here, which is gonna take a whole lot of core stability, so stick with me here. Another big inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Arms start to reach back as the left foot floats off the floor. We come right into Warrior 3. Fingers keep reaching towards the back of the room as the left leg keeps pointing towards the back of the room as well. Option, you can stay here, or if you need a little bit more support, you can always have your hands on your right thigh if needed. Good, we're just gonna be moving that left arm. As you inhale, left arm reaches forward. As the left arm reaches forward, the right arm keeps pulling back. Finding that full extension here, that long line of extension. Another inhale. Exhale right into warrior two. So the arms windmill as the back foot lands flat. Checking with the pose. So you have your front foot pointing forward. You have the front heel in line with the back arch. Back leg stays straight. Arms stay extended, torso stays over the hips. Breath deepens. Now find calmness within the breath. Through calmness within the breath, can you find calmness within the body and within the mind? Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Start to reach back and lengthen. Find more space. Really create that extension throughout the right side of the upper body. Another inhale. As you exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Right foot steps back. Maybe keep the right leg lifted as an option as you lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, heart pulls forward. Exhale, down dog, press back. Left side balance. Inhale, raise the left leg to the sky. Exhale, steps the left foot forward, it lands next to the left thumb. Back leg stays straight. Inhale, raise the arms up, crescent pose. Again, first round, we're gonna stay here. Really sinking a little bit deeper in the pose and really grounding it in your mindset, what it feels like to be here. Back leg is straight, big bend in the front knee in the same traction line as the second big toe. There's a few more breaths. Where can you soften? Another inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Arms start to reach back as the back foot floats off the floor for warrior three. In warrior three, we have a long extension here. You got the crown of the head pulling towards the front of the room. You have the back heel pulling towards the back of the room. You have your shoulders, your hips, your right knee and right ankle all in the same alignment. If you need to modify the pose, you have your hands placed on the left thigh. Just that right arm. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. As the right arm reaches forward, the left arm keeps pulling back. Again, that left hand can be supported on the left thigh if needed. Another inhale. Exhale, warrior two. So the arms windmill as the back foot lands flat, palms face down to the floor, shoulders relaxed, gaze forward. Good, checking with the front knee, it's pointing forward. Shoulders relaxed, breath deepens. Even the core is engaged here, it's nice and solid. With each exhale, can you find a little bit more calmness? With each inhale, can you breathe in a little bit more strength? Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse the warrior. Start to reach back, lengthening throughout the side body. Still maintaining that big, strong bend in the front knee. Back leg stays straight, strong and active. Another big inhale, breathe it in. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the floor. Good, you're gonna step the left foot back. Your option is to keep the left leg lifted for more of a challenge. Bend the elbows lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog to press back. Good, now we're gonna bring all of that together. I want you to keep in mind on this round, we're gonna be adding on to the very end. Adding on to the end. Each breath moves us to begin. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, steps the right foot forward. Inhale, raise the arms up, crescent pose. Exhale, take flight, warrior three. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, warrior two, arms windmill, back foot lands flat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. This is where I want you to pause. Rotate the back heel to point up. Okay, so we're in a bit of a low lunge. Bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot and then start to bring your shoulders down super low. Keep the shoulders low. Now, can you bring the right arm underneath the right leg, trying to work the right shoulder behind the right calf the best that you can. You can choose to stay here or work on the challenge by extending the right arm out to the right. Good. Even the left arm can start to work its way out to the left, possibly floating the left hand off the ground. Pausing here for 3 breaths, keep the back leg straight. Still maintain the big bend in the front knee, still keeping the front heel positioned on the floor. Good, guys, release both hands down to the inside of the right foot and look slightly forward. Good, now I want you to have your hands so they're about shoulder width apart. In order to do that, left hand stays underneath the left shoulder, but you gotta heel toe the right foot over to the right, and then position the right hand so it's underneath the right shoulder. Once you're there at the hand shoulder part, I want you to prop yourself up to the tippy toes of the right foot. Okay, some of you are gonna stay here. Others, see if you can start to float the right foot off the floor by pulling the right heel towards the butt, but still keeping the right knee connected to the right tricep. Okay, so option 1, you keep the foot on the floor. Option 2, foot floats off the ground. Option 3, bend the elbows, coming into like Chaturanga. So you're making a shelf out of the right tricep. Right thighs on the right tricep, shift forward. Maybe the left foot floats off the floor by extending the left leg towards the back of the room. Chest keeps pulling forward. If you're here and want to play with it, right leg extends out to the right. And then choose to step or walk back, moving through your Vinyasa. Downward dog will be waiting for you. Pause here, notice, feel. What did we stir up there a little bit? When we start coming into the poses that are a little bit more advanced, like that ekapada, that arm balance that we worked with, notice what it brings up for you. Again, I gave you plenty of step options with that. So you work on the step that you're at today, and then we slowly begin to progress as we keep practicing. Inhale, raise the left leg to the sky. Exhale, steps the left foot forward. Inhale, raise the arms up, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior 3, take flight. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, warrior 2 for the open. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Pause here, rotate the right heel to point up. Come into a deeper lunge. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Shoulders come down even lower. Good, now the left shoulder, can you get it behind the left calf the best that you can? Maybe keeping your hand towards the left ankle or working on extending the left arm out to the left. If you've got the left arm out to the left and you want to play with it, can you start to extend the right arm out to the right? Keeping in mind the left heel stays on the floor, the right leg stays straight. Good, both hands lower to the inside of the right foot. We want to work on getting our arms shoulder width apart, so you got to heel toe that left foot out to the left, and then left hand underneath the shoulder. From here, press through with the hands, so there's no collapsing. You want to press through, and then come to the tippy toes of the left foot. Some of you are going to stay there, and that's fine. Others, see if you can keep the left knee connected to the left tricep, but take the left heel towards the butt, so you bend the left knee. You can choose to stay here, that's an option, or start to bend the elbows. If you bend the elbows, you're gonna notice the left tricep works like a shelf for the left thigh. Chest pulls forward, back leg possibly floats off the floor for ekapada. And if you're in the pose and wanna play with it, maybe the left leg extends out to the left. Choosing to stay, or stepping or jumping your way back. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing in your dog, lengthening, creating more space. What feels really good right now is making some audible exhales, so let's do that together. Big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. And again, big inhale. Let it go. One more, big in. Bigger out. Good, feels pretty good. Now let's move some more. Inhale, raise the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump, feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, create a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands slowly come center to the heart. From here, release the hands down to your side. Now I want you to bring your feet so they're about 2 feet from the front of the mat. Mine are already set up there. Feet together, sit low, chair pose. Bend the knees, raise the arms. Good, from chair pose, raise the heels up. Spread the knees wide. Keep the knees wide. You're gonna keep the hips high, but start to bend through the waist. Bring the triceps to the knees and really make connection. Knees and triceps touch. Press the triceps into the knees. As you do that, the chest pulls slightly forward. You're gonna turn the palms to face the floor and release the hands down to the ground. You're gonna have your hands towards the front of the mat, fingers spread wide. You're still on your tippy toes, your butt's still lifted. Shift the weight forward so your elbows are now over the wrist. Once you're there, look forward. Maybe one foot floats off the floor, Maybe both feet float off the floor. But giving it some playful lifts. Keep pressing through with the hands. Keep deepening the breath. Keep pulling the heels towards the butt if the feet are off the floor. And then choose to step or jump back. Lowering right into Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, heart pulls forward. Exhale, child's pose. Butt pulls back towards the heels. Arms reach forward, forehead lowers down to the ground. Breath deepens. Good. From child's pose, can you melt a little bit further within the pose? Letting the chest lower closer down towards the floor. Deepening the breath. You're going to slowly shift forward to all fours, hands and knees. Once you find yourself in hands and knees, bring the knees together. And then cross your right ankle over your left ankle. So the legs just kind of crisscross. Take your butt, you're going to bring it back towards the heels, and then walk the hands back. Once the hands walk back, you start to shift the weight back. You roll over the feet and extend the legs forward. If that way doesn't quite work for you, just work your way onto your butt the best way that works for you. Good, we're gonna keep your feet where they're at, but let's take the butt, you're gonna bring it towards the middle of the mat. Arms extend forward, palms face each other. Bring the feet together, bring the knees together. Puff the chest up. Good, now I want you to bring your upper body back a little bit so you can start to feel some activation happening within the belly. So the core is active here. Keep the torso long, so we're not rounding the back, we're lengthening the spine. Good, now can you float the feet up, bringing the ankles up as high as the knees. Grab onto the back of the thighs. Now puff the chest a little bit higher. Pull the shoulders back. Good, reach the hands forward. Choose to stay here with bent knees or possibly work on straightening the legs. We're gonna do 10 reps here today, guys. Let's start off slow. Inhale, lower down halfway. I want you to pause here on this halfway mark. Lower back is on the floor, shoulders are off the ground. There's a space between the chin and the chest. You notice Jenny's modifying here by keeping her feet on the floor. That's always an option for you. As you take your next exhale, let's rise all the way up. Again, knees can be bent or legs are straight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. There's 2 of 10. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. There's number 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Inhale, low. Exhale, rise. There's 5. Halfway, low. Exhale, rise. There's 6. Inhale, low. Exhale, rise. There's number 7. Inhale, low. Exhale, rise for 8. 2 more, low. Exhale, we rise. 1 more, inhale, low. Exhale, we rise. Pause here. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep the chest elevated. I want you to keep the feet off the floor. Have a little fun with this one. We're gonna rock back, but when you rock forward, don't let the feet touch the floor. Good, let's do it again. We rock back. Rock forward, don't let the feet touch the floor. Okay, so option 1, you keep a hold of your shins. Option 2, can you hold on to your feet? Let's do it again. Rock back. As you rock forward, don't let the feet touch the floor. Yeah, let's do it again. Rock back. As you rock forward, don't let the feet touch the floor. Good, pause here. So option 1, hold on to your shins. Option 2, hold on to your feet. Option 3, hold on to your feet and straighten the legs. Puff the chest up. We do it again. Roll back. When you roll forward, can you come back to that same spot? It's a little tricky. Let's do it again. Roll back. Can you come back to that same spot? Good. Release the feet to the floor. Keep the knees bent. Hands come back behind you. Shoulders roll back. Chest puffs up. Hips rise up. Try to lift the hips up so high it stretches out the belly. Relax the head down. Deepen the breath. Can you raise the hips higher? Feel the belly stretch a little bit deeper. And then release the butt back down to the floor. And slowly lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Still keep the feet on the floor with the knees bent. Press down with the feet. Now start to elevate the hip. Keep the hips lifted. I want you to press your triceps into the floor. And as the triceps press into the floor, lift the shoulder blades off of the ground. And then start to squeeze the shoulders closer to the body. So keeping the palms facing each other, keep pressing the triceps down. Notice how it elevates the hips. Okay, now can you take your hands, a few options for you. Either just extend them forward, interlock them behind the back, or keep the elbows bent and place the hands on the lower back. So again, playing with those options. And maybe arms are extended forward, maybe hands are interlocked, maybe hands are on the lower back. Hips still stay elevated, chest stays open. Chest pulls towards the chin, but the chin pulls away from the chest. Keep grounding down with the feet and trying to pull the knees towards the front of the room. Notice how that lengthens the lower spine. And wherever your hands are, just go ahead and release them down. So release the lock of the hands, lower the hips down. And then take your legs, windshield wiper those side to side. As the legs start to go side to side, it just kind of resets the back a little bit. Now let's do one more. Feet flat to the floor. Feet hip width apart. Ground down with the feet. You're gonna tuck the tailbone and now start to lift the hips up. Your option is to interlock the hands behind the back, or you can join me coming into full wheel. Hands are gonna be placed by the shoulders, fingers point towards the shoulders, palms flat to the floor, elbows pull in. You prop yourself up to the top of the head and then pull your chest towards the back of the room as you straighten out the arms, coming into your full wheel. So if you're in bridge pose, the hands are still interlocked behind the back. If you're in wheel pose, trying to keep the arms straight. Everybody's still trying to find this effect where they're pressing down with the feet and trying to pull the knees towards the front of the room. As you do that, you're going to notice the chest pull more towards the back of the room. Keep the hips lifted. Keep the breath deepening. Another big inhale. Exhale gently. Release yourself down, bending the elbows if you're in full wheel to lower yourself to the ground. Release the hands down to the side. And then just let both legs drop to the right. Just pausing here. Close the eyes down. Calm the breath down. Just feel the breath move through the body. Feel the body respond here to the breath. And slowly drop the legs over to the left, over to the opposite side. Nothing needs to be forced here. Instead, everything just needs to be released. Let's bring the legs back to center. Bring the feet together so they touch. Once the feet are together touching, spread the knees open wide. So now it's the soles of the feet that are touching. Allow gravity to take its work over on the legs. Just let the arms extend forward a little bit more with the palms facing up. Close the eyes down. So the upper body is in your Shavasana. The legs are still staying in their Supta Baddha Konasana. The knees are out to the side. You now from here, fully straighten out the legs. As you fully extend the legs coming into your Shavasana, which means corpse pose. We'll be fidgeting around as needed, but finding stillness the best that you can. And letting everything go. When I first started practicing, I'd always just kind of stop my practice here. I would never stay through Shavasana. I always thought that it was like a waste of my time. And now that I've been practicing for a long time, I've realized that Shavasana is actually where all the magic happens. It's as if this is a place where the effects of the practice start to sink in. It's as if this is a place that actually creates time. And what I mean by that is as we allow ourselves to fully let go here, it's like we're releasing all these thoughts that happen in our mind. And by releasing these thoughts, we have less distractions. And when we have less distractions, we become more efficient. And when we're more efficient, we save more time. So in a way, I feel that Shavasana is creating time for us. So as you take the time here, we create time. So honor that and give into it. And give in just by letting go. Be open to receive. Keeping you here for about a minute or so. Just let yourself fully relax. I'll wake you up when it's time for us to go. start to bring ourselves back here, we need to start just by wiggling the fingers and the toes. Finding a little bit of movement here as if it's the first movement you've ever created. As we're creating this first movement, really feel it, honor it, be excited about it. And reach the arms up and over the head. As the hands start to reach towards the back of the room, keep reaching the feet towards the front of the room. Really find that stretch. How do you wake yourself up? Find an awakening here. And slowly bring your knees into your chest. And then gently roll yourself over to the side. Be your choice which way you roll yourself today. Maybe rolling yourself to the left or to the right. Coming into this fetal position. Fetal position, it represents rebirth, reincarnation, new beginnings. So if there's anything you're still holding on to, can you let it go? Let's start anew here. Let's have that reincarnation. Let's have that rebirth. Let's have this new beginning. Press down with your hands and gently bring yourself up into a seated pose. Coming into a cross-leg position, just sitting up tall. The chest is elevated, shoulders are pulled back and relaxed down the back. Your eyes are closed, your crown of the head is pulling up towards the sky. Keeping that gaze within, just taking the time here to notice, to feel what's changed, what's shifted. We spent a lot of our practice today working on that core. And it wasn't all about doing ab crunches. A lot of it was just about finding stability, by finding that core strength, by finding that activation or that flexion to help us find more balance. And by finding more balance here within the practice, we eventually get to help find more balance within life. Bring your palms together, bring your thumbs towards your chest. And once your hands are there, bow your head forward into your hands. Give yourself a bit of an honoring, a bit of a thank you. And thank yourself. Thank yourself for deciding to practice today. Thank yourself for continuing the practice. Thank yourself for getting on the mat and doing something healthy and positive for you, for your body, for your mind, and for your soul. Leading you through the practice that is always my honor. The light within me salutes the light within you. Namaste. For more tutorials, subscribe below. And for access to over 200 yoga, fitness, meditation, and breathwork videos, head to feelingmoved.com to become a member.